Hello, my name is Suckit, and we are playing FTB One. And since the last episode, the pack has been updated again. And one of the things that means is that the aura setup behind us now works exactly perfectly. So something was going on with it. And now it's fixed. That's good. First thing I want to do today is we want to make some Elven mana spreaders. We got some Elementium and some Dreamwood in the last episode, and the first thing I want to do with it is upgrade our mana setup back here. The Elven mana spreaders are faster and they're less lossy. You lose some with these basic ones. So we're just going to pop it down right here. And we're going to connect it. There we go. And then we're going to pick this one up. Alright, buddy. Pop this thing down. Connect it just like the other one. Now these, we all want to double check and make sure they recognize the new mana spreader. The icon doesn't update. Don't worry about that. It'll still look like the old mana spreader in the little tooltip. But yeah, that's doing the thing that we want it to do. Very good. And you'll notice that this one isn't just filling up. It's blasting it out as fast as it can take it in. That should speed things up out here considerably. So I'm going to be building up mana and making some Terra Steel. But even with the faster mana spreaders, that's going to take a minute. So we're going to come back to Nature's Aura. The next big thing that we want to make is an offering to the gods. And it's another multi-block structure. And you'll see in the preview image that it's all poppies. But you can use any kind of flower. Now we'll need for the middle of it, we're going to need, what is it, an offering table? Yeah. So let's see what all is involved in that. Okay, so token of sorrow, token of fear. We might actually have all of that stuff. No, we need the tokens. Now the Botania flowers have the forge tag for flowers, so we can use them. You can see the structure accepts it. I think that will end up looking pretty nice. The offering to the gods does a couple of different things. You need spirits of calling, generally speaking. This is how you make the second tier tokens, as well as some fancy ingots. And something called a Hand of Time. I don't know what that is. So that's cool. But let's make ourselves some spirits of calling. What are we gonna need here? We're gonna need some of that gold, which now we can just make in the overworld, I guess. Let's run over here. Yeah, that's quite friendly. That's a very friendly change. It was kind of a pain to have to set up the same structure twice, once in the overworld and once in the nether. Alright, we got some gold, and we got some of the infused iron too. Now we can we make? Why no make? Uh-oh. I hope there's not a problem with Nature's Aura. Let's try just a regular crafting table. Ingots of the sky are important. Oh, it had the wrong bottle. That's interesting. Why would it do that? Weird. Alright. Some kind of issue with REI, probably. Now, if you look in JI, what it'll tell you is it's like, 1 for 1, 1 for 2. That's not necessarily the case. Let's put you can put 16, for instance, infused iron in the offering table at once. Throw down 1 spirit of calling. Turn the magnet on because it's just going to fall from the sky. And you'll get 16 ingots of the sky. So these are expensive, kind of. The bottles, you got to go collect. So keep that in mind as you're making stuff. You make the second tier tokens, just the way you make everything else with this thing. I don't think the lightning hurts. Anyway, we got 2, because I used 2. And we're going to use the tokens of Euphoria, along with some of this sky metal. I think that's all we need. We're going to want to make an altar of birthing. Yeah, okay, we just need some hay bales. We can handle that. The altar of birthing is part of another multi-block structure. It's hay bales, and we're going to want a block to place this on because I want it 2 up. Let's see, we got some handy dandy dirt. Good old dirt. There we go. Okay, there we go. Well, what we have here, these are going to be ancient planks, I believe. We got plenty of the wood. You only get 2, but we got plenty enough of this stuff. We're also going to need some infused bricks. Do we have infused stone? We should have, yeah, we don't have enough. And you make the bricks just like you might expect. 2 by 2. We've at least got the beginnings of a structure out here. A little closer to the altar of birthing than I'd like, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. We don't have like endless room out here. Well, I mean, we basically have endless room, but I want to keep it pretty tight in here. So, what we do with this, do we have any of the spirits of birthing on us? Maybe we've got some back at home. We were generating this out by our little industrial pig farm setup. I think we have, no, we don't have any. Alright, well the only conclusion I can come to is that this isn't real breeding. There's the aura is super overcharged here. So we'll just do let's get some wheat, huh? Definitely have wheat on us. We'll just do this the old-fashioned way. Come here, cows. Oh, you're not hungry? Of course you're not. This thing's been feeding you. I'll give him a little time. I changed my mind. We're just gonna have a temporary little cow pen over here. I went and grabbed some. Like, that setup with the industrial foregoing is definitely getting us stuff we need. So we're just gonna leave it be. But we got plenty of aura out here, and it may be that breeding the cows manually is the thing to do. There are spirits of birthing. Now, what we do with this, and I'm working on a building to put the altar of birthing in, is we use this thing. This is a mob summoning mechanic. And you can see all the recipes just by looking to block up in JI and hitting U. Okay, so we can summon all kinds of things. We've got a Wither Skelly. We've got a source of blaze rods. What don't we have? A source of piglin brutes. That's pretty funny. Shulkers are a pain to deal with. That's lots of different kinds. Oh, pandas. Pandas are fun. Let's summon a panda. We just needed a bamboo. And this is probably compatible. We should just be able to click this and see it. Yeah. And a jungle sapling. That was the other thing. Got some back at the house. Now this takes a good amount of aura. But we've got plenty. And it's being renewed. We can see we're close enough to the machine, even over here, that it's higher than the halfway point. Hey, buddy. You're gonna come hang out with the Drigme. And that machine will, as it fills up the nearby chunks, it'll bleed out over to here. Oh, we already had a panda. Now we have two pandas. Another thing that I want to summon is Ghast. Not because we need Ghast tiers, but because this is a really easy way to get the achievement. You don't actually have to bring a Ghast into the overworld. You just have to kill one in the overworld. Next thing I want to make is going to take all 4 of the second tier tokens. I'm making them now. Come on. There you are. Alright. Oh, no Chivo? Sad. What we want is Creational Catalyst. Here we go. This will allow us to produce even more aura with this mechanism. We just need to put it down right underneath. And now it will start really overcharging. Now to really see its effects, we're going to need to make the next tier of... That's aura cache. We're going to need the next tier of eye. Which, let's see... Ah, yeah, Ritual of the Forest is what we need. We'll need a little Ingot of the Sky. We got some of that. And do we have a Rose of Oblivion? I bet we don't. We're going to have to take a quick trip to the end. Now, the way you get those Oblivion Roses is you defeat the Ender Dragon, and they spawn out here. We've already defeated the Ender Dragon, but we defeated it before Nature's Aura was in the pack. So that doesn't count. They don't just note that we've already killed the Ender Dragon. But we can go ahead and summon her again. Shouldn't be too hard to deal with. Alright, I irritated some boss Endermans who's very difficult to deal with, so I've just been fighting her up in the sky. Now that should be the end of it. There she goes. Hopefully we can just catch all of this from here. Oh, snap. Boss Endermans are no joke. I don't know what happened to my, ooh, Tetra, we got a Shader Pack. Good amount of Dragon's Breath. We're gonna have to go back for the Oblivion Roses. I had to get out of there. There's something wrong with my Angel Ring. Alright, maybe they're not mad anymore. Let's poke around. There we go. One Rose of Oblivion. Wonderful. Should pick up a couple more while we're out here. There should be a few. We got boss shulkers and... Look at all that health. It's ridiculous. Mythic Apotheosis boss. Plus 314 max health. I mean, we can take him. The Wind Forest Gauntlets let us get a lot of hits in very quickly. Let's see what he drops. Alright, we almost got him. He's been teleporting around. There we go. What do you bet we... Oh, no, okay. We got... 15.5 armor? Really? 5 point... Okay, that's a significant step up from the... Hello. From the crystallized obsidian. Let's, collect a couple more of these roses. And head on home. Oh, there is a fancy bow, too. That's pretty cool. Alright, back to the old Ritual of the Forest. Let's see, we've got, Ingot of the Sky, Gold in the Eye. There we go. And then we have... Where'd I put it? Uh-oh. I put it down is what I did. Can never remember the order of these. Okay. Rose, Gold Leaf, Ingot of the Sky. Our pretty little animation. There we go. There are a couple of upgraded things that we're going to want to make in addition to this upgraded environmental eye. There we go. Now with this thing, you see there's a secondary aura bar there. Crops will grow faster here. Aura caches will recharge. I think no hostile mobs. So it gives you a lot more information. And with our creational catalyst, everything should be up so high that... Let's see how many of these we get. Okay, we just got one. That's okay. There actually isn't a whole... I was hoping we could summon the thermal blaze variants with this thing, but it doesn't look like that recipe is in this particular pack. Ooh, we get jump boost. Fancy. Feels like jump boost. I don't know. Yeah, I've been watching this thing, and I'm beginning to think that maybe it doesn't work. Like, it doesn't spin and do thing when the ore is completely full. Anyway, that's my theory. The Aura Trove is actually pretty easy to make. We just need Ingots of the Sky. It holds significantly more than our old friend Via. It's already charging up just with it being in the area with the aura so overcharged. That's nice. It holds a lot more aura than the cache. I think 4 times as much. Now the Spirits of Earthing also make great decorations. We're gonna... There we go. Some glowing glass item frames, some quarks, so they look pretty cool. Next thing I want to look at is the Ritual of Gaia. We're going to need 4 of these Gaia pylons, so we're going to need a bunch of elementium and a bunch of pixie dust, which we have. So we'll just go ahead and make 4 mana pylons. And then 4 Gaia pylons. Now what we do with all that stuff is we summon a boss. But before we do that, the boss has a tendency to wither you. I guess we'll need an ender pearl block. We want immune to ailments and effects. I guess we'll need 2 fermented spider eyes. That's not so bad. Wonderful. Let's go see if we can get some enchantments on it. Okay. That'll do. It's already taking some damage somehow. It's just like draining, isn't it? Is it trying to take the night vision off of us? Maybe. Let's we'll take the night vision off, see what happens. 251, 251. Yeah, I think it was trying to take the night vision off of us. So effect immunity means effect immunity, apparently. Now, the way you set this up is as a multi-block, right? And we'll have to clear some stuff out of the way. Doesn't like to, it's not a multi-block that likes to share. What I think we can do, and I gotta thank Ricardo Gomez for pointing this out in a different series. This involves a one-tier beacon, and fighting the boss and the boss's minions, I have a tendency to right-click the beacon a lot, because it's usually right up here, but Ricardo said we could put it down 1, at least in newer versions, and this is indeed a newer version. So let's see if we can get this thing to tell us how we can go ahead and make... Is it going to let us visualize it? There it is. Let's get rid of this for the time being. That's fine. So right here, down 1. Yeah, that's what we want. Okay. We'll start the beacon back up. And we'll just have to go up 1 for the Gaia pylons. Now, the first tier of the Gaia Guardian isn't so bad. I think we just need a Terra Steel. Rid of all this stuff. And we got projectile heal ready to go. Or self-heal, I should say. Now we're going to turn down the jukebox volume. Because you believe the ritual grounds might be improper. It might be a good idea to check for obstructions in the area. Oh, you see all this pink. Let's get rid of this. I think that's what was telling us there were obstructions. I think it was that. Nope. Okay, let's see, maybe over here. Now we might need to build it all up by... Oh! Alright, let's give it a try again. Yep. Oh, let's get this back in our offhand. So, he teleports around. He has summons. Either him or the summons wither you. We're gonna turn the jukebox down even farther. Okay. It's a cool song, but I've heard it, more than once. So we're just gonna deal with him and his pixies, or her, I should say, really, because she's me. You can sort of tell she's, still right-clicking it now and again, but nowhere near as much. Now, there's a couple phases to the fight. There's a first long phase that's like this. And then, once we get her down to a certain level of health, she will, well, she'll do that. And then she'll summon a couple waves of jerks. Now, the jerks will go outside the boundary. If you go outside the boundary, I think the fight can, either the fight can end, or you get bounced back. I forget exactly how that works. But, you know, we fight these guys, and they're not too bad. And they will friendly fire each other, which is kind of nice. Go on away with you. Alright. Okay. And at a certain point, I think, once you've dealt with most of them, or all of them, the Gaia Guardian falls. We're gonna go on home. What all do we get? Well, cracked lightning gem. That's fancy. We got a music disc I've never heard. We got Gaia spirits. This is the main attraction. How did our mask go? Pretty good. Pretty good. Now there is a second tier to the Gaia Guardian fight, but we're starting to run a little long, so we're going to end it here and deal with that first thing in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.